Amazing things can happen to your body if you start eating garlic a little bit every day. And this isn't just a fairy tale. Scientists have explained what happens to our bodies when we do this. Garlic is sharp, aromatic, and often sparks debates at family dinners. Some can't stand the smell, while others add it to every meal. But here's the important part. Garlic is not just a seasoning. It's a powerful, natural remedy that can transform how you feel in just a few days. Today, we'll explore the secret compounds found in garlic, what happens to your body if you eat it daily, and why this is especially crucial after the age of 60. Sandra had long suffered from chronic fatigue, frequent headaches, and high blood pressure. Mornings would begin with a heaviness in her head, and by noon, she felt completely drained. Her medicine cabinet was stocked with various pills for blood pressure, headaches, and insomnia. But none of it seemed to help. Everything changed after a conversation with a friend who suggested she try a simple habit of eating one small clove of fresh garlic every day. At first, Sandra hesitated. After all, what difference could just one clove of garlic make? But by the second week, she noticed that she was falling asleep more easily, her mind felt clearer, and her blood pressure was more stable. Now, Sandra can't imagine her mornings without a warm toast topped with garlic and herbs, and she says that this little change helped her feel alive again. But did you know that after the age of 60, especially after 70, even basic bodily functions like circulation, digestion, and immune defense start to slow down? At this age, we are more likely to suffer from issues like inflammation, high blood pressure, headaches, and unexplained fatigue. Sound familiar? Many of these conditions are directly linked to how well our cells and blood vessels are nourished. Garlic is one of the few natural foods that affects the entire body at once. This is due to a highly active compound found in garlic that is released when we crush or chop a clove. This compound, which I will discuss in more detail shortly, reduces inflammation, dilates blood vessels, improves blood flow, kills harmful bacteria, and even helps regulate blood sugar levels. It acts like a gentle natural antibiotic, preserving gut flora and not overloading the liver. Ignoring natural sources of support, we often turn to pills instead. Yet even something as simple as reduced vascular elasticity or elevated blood sugar levels can lead to fatigue, dizziness, memory loss, and insomnia. As we age, every little action becomes increasingly important. What we put on our sandwiches, how we support our immune system during cold season, and how we help our hearts function properly. The good news is, you can start feeling better. And do you know why? Because here's the good news. Garlic is an affordable, time-tested, and incredibly powerful ally. After just 7 to 10 days of daily consumption, many people notice increased energy, improved sleep, lower blood pressure, and clearer thinking. But don't rush into it. It's easy to do more harm than good. You'll learn the proper way to consume it, the right amounts, and the common mistakes almost everyone makes. Rate this video from 1 to 10 and share it with your loved ones. They'll be grateful. Here's the first thing you need to know. High blood pressure, ringing in the ears, a heavy head, and cold hands and feet are all familiar to millions of people over 60. Many consider these symptoms to be a normal part of aging. But the truth is, it all starts with the blood vessels. What happens when they lose their elasticity? When they lose elasticity, blood circulation becomes restricted, blood pressure rises, and the heart becomes overworked. This is where garlic shines, not just as a seasoning, but as one of the most effective natural remedies for cleansing and restoring the vascular system. So, what's its secret? Garlic contains an active compound called allicin, which begins to work as soon as you chop or crush a clove. It dilates blood vessels, improves blood flow, helps lower bad cholesterol levels, and makes blood vessel walls more elastic. And do you know what it's particularly good for? It helps prevent the formation of blood clots, which are one of the leading causes of strokes. Numerous studies confirm that regular consumption of garlic can gently yet effectively lower blood pressure. This is particularly important for individuals taking antihypertensive medications, as garlic may enhance their effects, potentially allowing for a reduction in dosage over time, but always do this under a doctor's supervision. Here's a small but wonderful story. Luis, 74, had been suffering from hypertension for 12 years. Every morning started with a pill and a prayer to avoid feeling dizzy. On the advice of a friend, he began adding 1 clove of fresh garlic to his lunch every day, finely chopping it and mixing it with olive oil and lemon. At first, he didn't expect anything special. But after 2 weeks, he noticed fewer fluctuations in his blood pressure. The heaviness in his head was gone. And by the evening, he felt more energized. A month later, he visited his doctor, who was surprised by the stability of his readings. The medication wasn't discontinued yet, but the dosage was reduced. Luis says, "I feel like it's no longer the medication keeping me in shape, but my own body." How should it be consumed? If you want to support your blood vessels, it's enough to start small. Just 1 clove of fresh garlic a day. It's best to crush it and let it sit for 10-15 minutes before consumption to activate the allicin. You can add it to warm olive oil, spread it on toast, mix it into salads, cooked vegetables, or even yogurt. However, it's important to remember that cooked or roasted garlic loses much of its beneficial properties, so fresh garlic is preferred. If you are taking blood-thinning medications or medications for blood pressure, be sure to consult with your doctor. Garlic can enhance their effects, and sometimes your dosage may need to be adjusted. Did you know there's something else you should be aware of? Every year, colds seem to hit harder, and recovery takes longer. Many people over 60 find their immune system isn't as strong as it used to be. Just 1 chill can lead to a runny nose, fatigue, and a cough. But there's one simple habit that can create a real barrier around your body. Garlic is not only a preventive measure, but also a genuine way to speed up recovery. It strengthens the immune system, helping the body respond more quickly to viruses, bacteria, and inflammatory processes. Immunity isn't just about not getting sick. So, what is it? It's the body's ability to recognize threats in a timely manner, quickly mobilize protective cells, and eliminate inflammation before illness can take hold. Garlic boosts the immune system thanks to its unique combination of allicin, sulfur-containing compounds, B vitamins, and selenium. It enhances the activity of macrophages, the cells that consume viruses and bacteria, while also increasing the production of natural antibodies. Moreover, garlic helps tackle chronic inflammation, hidden processes that undermine the body and weaken its defenses. The constant gentle influence of garlic keeps the immune system in shape without overwhelming it. Here's what happened to a woman after she started consuming garlic. Ruth, 76 years old, used to spend every winter with a handkerchief in hand, dealing with endless colds, coughs, and flare-ups of bronchitis. She was tired of constant rounds of antibiotics. Then her granddaughter suggested trying an old family recipe, a garlic infusion with honey and lemon. Just a teaspoon every morning. Ruth started cautiously, but within the first month, she noticed something remarkable. No setbacks, and no need for antibiotics. By spring, she exclaimed, "For the first time in many years, I made it through winter without a hospital visit." Now, She adds garlic not only to her morning drink, but also to warm soups, stews, and even baked apples, and she has no intention of giving up garlic anytime soon. How to properly use garlic. To support your immune system, it's best to consume garlic regularly, but in small doses, about 12 cloves a day. The simplest way to prepare it is to make a paste. Crush the garlic, mix it with honey and lemon juice, let it steep for 20 minutes, and store it in a glass jar. Take a teaspoon of this mixture in the morning on an empty stomach. Garlic also pairs well with warm soups, vegetables, herbal teas, and warm water. Important: do not wash down garlic with coffee or milk, as this reduces its effectiveness. On the other hand, ginger, turmeric, rose hips, and black pepper enhance its properties. Remember, the effects build up over time. Don't expect miracles overnight, but after 2 to 3 weeks, many people notice that their winter symptoms diminish or pass more quickly. What about digestion? As we age, digestion tends to slow down. Many people complain of feelings of heaviness after meals, bloating, constipation, or, conversely, unpredictable reactions to even simple dishes. Sometimes, appetite fades, and food no longer brings pleasure. Once again, garlic comes to the rescue. It can be that natural stimulant that gently regulates digestion without overloading the stomach or causing side effects, unlike conventional medications. It sounds like a fantasy, but it's true. Garlic stimulates the production of stomach acid, bile, and enzymes, effectively kickstarting the entire digestion process. It helps food move through the intestines, reduces bloating, combats harmful bacteria, and even supports gut flora. This is especially important for people over 70 who may experience decreased stomach acidity, issues with bile flow, or a tendency towards constipation as they age. Additionally, garlic has a mild antispasmodic effect, helping the intestines relax and function rhythmically rather than in a spastic manner, which can occur during stress or motility disorders. Helen, 78, had long struggled with constipation. Every trip out of town, any change in her diet would lead to heaviness, bloating, and fatigue. She always kept a supply of laxatives in her medicine cabinet, but they were becoming less effective. Then, on her doctor's advice, she started her day with warm water and a small piece of garlic on an empty stomach. At first, the taste was sharp, but within a week, she felt a noticeable relief. Her bowel movements became regular, her stomach stopped bloating, and most importantly, she regained her appetite. Now she says, "I feel like everything inside is working properly again." Important to remember. If you're experiencing digestive issues, try introducing garlic gradually and correctly. The best time is in the morning on an empty stomach or 20-30 minutes before a meal. 1 small clove, chopped and steeped in warm water or with a bit of honey and lemon added, kickstarts the digestive process, boosts appetite, and prepares the body for food. Garlic can also be added to stewed vegetables, soups, and porridge. Just be careful not to overheat it in order to preserve its beneficial properties. Avoid consuming garlic at night or in large quantities if you have gastritis or a sensitive stomach. It's important to listen to your body. For a milder effect, you can combine garlic with fennel, chamomile, mint, or cumin. These herbs complement its action, soothe the mucous membranes, and support gut flora. We've just explored how a single ingredient, garlic, can reveal itself in remarkably new ways. We've seen its impact on blood pressure and vascular health, how it strengthens the immune system, aids digestion, reduces inflammation, and even improves mood. The main takeaway is that maintaining health in adulthood doesn't require expensive or inaccessible solutions. It starts with everyday choices. From your plate, from breakfast, from small yet consistent habits. And if one of those habits is garlic, your body will respond like a grateful companion, bringing clarity to your mind, vitality to your body, restful sleep, and reliable functioning of all your internal systems. Incorporating garlic into your life isn't about dieting or restriction, it's about self-care. It's about caring for yourself, your body, and the future that lies ahead. You don't need to eat an entire bulb at once or endure the burning sensation. Start small. Half a clove on an empty stomach. Add it to a salad, a dressing, or a vegetable dish. Within 7 to 10 days, you may notice a reduction in fatigue, improved digestion, easier mornings, and stable blood pressure. These signals aren't magic. They are your body thanking you for finally providing it with something that works in harmony with it, not against it. What if I shouldn't? Many people wonder. And that's a valid question. Garlic is a powerful ingredient, and it should certainly be approached with caution. If you have gastritis, ulcers, or a sensitive digestive system, start with boiled or roasted garlic. If you're taking blood thinners or medication for high blood pressure, consult your doctor. However, in the vast majority of cases, garlic isn't off limits. It just requires respect. Because its strength lies in moderation. It's important not to overindulge, but rather to pay attention to your body. Listen to it. Avoid chasing quick results, and focus on long-term care. So, take that first step. Starting tomorrow, grab a clove of garlic, peel it, let it sit for 10 minutes, chop it up. Add it to your favorite dish or enjoy it on toast with olive oil. Observe how you feel. Start with 3 days, then a week, and eventually make it a part of your routine. And if you find it helpful, share it with others. Spread the word by sharing this video with family, friends, and neighbors. Simple advice like this can spark significant changes, not just for one person, but for entire families. Now imagine this. You wake up in the morning feeling light and refreshed. No headache, no heaviness. You walk over to the window. Prepare yourself a toast with garlic, herbs, and olive oil. The sun is still soft, the tea is warm, and your hands are steady. You're not in a rush. You feel your body is reliable, stable, and calm. Your body functions like a well-tuned orchestra. And all of this isn't because you've completely overhauled your life, but because you've chosen to care. With love, with patience, with the understanding that health is not a destination, but a journey. And on this journey you have a little ally, just a simple clove of garlic.